Hey guys, so I thought I would do a little just homeschool update, school update for this year. Um, just got my curriculum in 2 days ago, I think it was, for the twins. So I thought I would talk a little bit about what our decisions are this year for schooling. So for our oldest, Bella, who is 6 and will be entering first grade, as most of you know, last year she did kindergarten. She did a 2-year kindergarten. Actually, we started when she was 4 with kindergarten, with homeschooling, and we used the Abeka curriculum. And then we also used some Sunlight and All About Reading, actually. So we used quite the eclectic curriculum with her last year. But then last year, she had pretty much worked through most of her schoolwork already. She just had to finish up a little bit of stuff. And so we decided to put her in our local Christian school. That year they were doing a part-time homeschool type of thing. And so she went in the afternoon 2 days a week and was part of the history classes, some like their normal like kind of circle time, things like that. So it wasn't any of their core classes because she was already way ahead of them. So it just wouldn't have been beneficial to her. So that's what she did. And the twins, we tried to do Abeka pre-K, and I say try only because I didn't realize how difficult it would be to teach all of them. So Liam was 1.5 years or so during that time, 1 to 1.5 years, and so he was quite the handful in the sense that he wasn't necessarily bad, but he was just a major distraction to the kids, and Bella could handle it. But the twins had a really hard time focusing and learning with Liam always being around, and he only sleeps for maybe 2 hours a day, and it's often during the twins' nap time also. So we just didn't have a lot of time to do schoolwork, and so we decided to do things a little differently this year because of that. So we are putting Bella in school full-time at that Christian school. It is now something that we can afford, and it's something that we've been wanting to do from the get-go. It's just money was pretty much our problem. But even though she's going to first grade full-time, I am babysitting another child this year who will be in pre-K, and I will be helping them with the pre-K and teaching them. And so my twins will need to be doing kindergarten work because they are in kindergarten this year. And then we still have Liam. So, one thing that I noticed last year was that even the prep work for me was really difficult to find time to do, because when you homeschool, you're living with your home. So if you go to school, like if I were to teach at school, I go to school and I teach there, and I leave my mess there, and I leave that mess there, and I clean up that mess there, but all of the home stuff has stayed the same. So I don't have to worry about cleaning a house all the time, because we're not living in it all the time. But with homeschooling, that's not the case. And so I just had a really hard time balancing home and school at the same time, and really getting a good education, a well-rounded education, not just the bare bones education. So we decided to do things a little bit differently this year for the twins. This year we're going to do what is called the Abeka Academy. So we're doing all Abeka this year, and the Academy is actually a video program. So you can we chose to get DVDs sent to us because sometimes our internet can be kind of sketchy. So I don't want to have to be a slave to that and want to do work and not be able to because my internet wasn't good. So we got the DVDs, and the pack comes with sorry, I'm getting over a cold sickness thing that we've got. Okay, anyway, so they come with 3 boxes, and the boxes have the DVDs inside of them. So yeah, it has all of them. You just stick it into your computer or your TV, technically, and you do it that way, and you follow along with the teacher. So one of the reasons why I chose this was because they do an accredited program. So we actually send stuff back to Abeka, They grade things, they keep report cards, and they make a nice, neat folder of all the things we would need to hand in to the state when we do this. Now, for kindergarten, it is not required in PA for us to send our kids to kindergarten, so we are technically not responsible for any kind of paperwork for kindergarten. Which is good, because even though we had planned to do the accredited program, what I did not realize was, hold on, let me get these books. I didn't realize when we were signing them up for the Abeka program that their handwriting was cursive. Abeka has started changing that in their curriculum, and I'm all for cursive, just not in kindergarten. It is literally the only thing my twins would learn to do. So they know how to write letters and everything, but they wouldn't know how to write them correctly or neatly because they would be learning cursive. So I wasn't really okay with that. So because of that, that means I'm not going to be able to, if I want to do the handwriting manuscript, then the print, I have to teach it to them, which I'm fine with. I don't care if I have to do on course, but that means then that it's not going to be accredited this year, because I have to send all of it back in order for it to be accredited. I can't just send some of it back. It's now an independent study. So for this year, that's not a big deal, but if we, for some reason, can't afford to send the twins next year to school, and I have to do first grade, then it looks like we'll be switching over to cursive at that point, which I don't have a problem with. The private school that Bella goes to teaches cursive too. I don't know if it starts in first or second grade. I don't think that that's a bad thing necessarily. It's just for kindergarten, I felt like it was important for the twins to learn how to correctly do manuscript, do the print. So that changed up things a little bit. So if you are looking to do it, do realize that for these grades, they do require you to do cursive for it. Okay, so now let's talk about the books that it comes with. So keep in mind, I have some accredited stuff in here. So like I have these folders that I'm supposed to put paperwork in and send back to Abeka when it was time. And they do quarters and things like that. And you still have the flexibility of having your own end date and start date to a certain degree. And you don't have to follow along with like their schedule. So it does make it, they do give you guidelines from depending on what your end date and start date is. They do tell you when your quarter should end and things like that, and when to send things back. So they do help you out, but it's not super strict in your daily schedule. Okay, so it came with the mini flashcards. Then it came with some individual number cards, and I actually have 2 of everything because I had to buy 2 kits for the kids because it's a lot of workbooks. So I have 2 of everything. I don't know if the twins will be sitting with each other for classes or if I'll separate them. It's something that we're just going to kind of play around with and see what works best for us, and with this new kid that I'll be teaching preschool also. It's going to be a learning experience. Okay, so then they have mini Bible reading cards or memory verse cards. And then, so they'll be doing Bible along with like life skills and things like that. Then they have their readers. Another little reader blend book. They do reading through blends. So they'll be working on that. So then they're doing science. And then this is their Bible activity book that will go along with their devotion sometimes that they have. I don't think they have an activity for every day, but just to kind of supplement in. Then they have the Think and Learn, which is kind of like random skills that they will do. They call the class skill support, I think is what it's called on the DVDs. Just stuff to kind of help them outside of like the normal coursework. Then you have your numbers writing tablet. So this isn't your math, but it's how to write numbers, essentially. Your practice work on that. Then we also have social studies. So for kindergarten, for K-5, it's community helpers, America, our great country, and children of the world is what they will learn in kindergarten here. So it's very simple stuff and very like animated. And so it's just the basics kind of, but it's stuff that because someone else is organizing it and working it, it will get taught to my kids, whereas if I had to do it, I would not be able to do all of this work. Okay, so you had the K5 writing tablet in cursive, and then the writing with phonics. You do writing with phonics right from the beginning, and then you add the writing tablet in, I think around like lesson 50-ish or something like that. I'm not really sure. But obviously we'll be exchanging these for the manuscript, for the print. Then it comes with, let's do this one first. Number skills, arithmetic. Last year we did, I don't remember what we did with Bella. Oh, I can't remember the curriculum. But it wasn't Abeka. And I felt like it was really weak, what we had. She was able to get it, but I just felt like it didn't explain stuff very much to her. And she didn't have a good grasp of stuff when she was done with it. And I do know that math is kind of the harder subject for her. So we've been supplementing and working on that this summer so she doesn't lose that information through the summer here before first grade. And so I wasn't thrilled with last year. So I'm hoping Abeka's will be better. Again, it's colorful worksheets for them. Time, addition, money, all that stuff. So yeah. That's K5, and so then for all that stuff, you then have the teacher's key. So you have the answers, so you don't have to think about, or try to figure out, I mean, this kindergarten, so you should be able to, but the answers, they give the answer key for that one, and then you have letters and sounds, which is your phonics that you'll be learning, and so that's all of that. Nice fun worksheets for them to work on, coloring, simple stuff that kind of just constantly reiterates the same stuff and builds on old stuff you've learned, but still keeping it minimal. But because they're doing so many little things that work together, it reinforces it in their brain. So they can learn a lot in a short amount of time, which is what I like about Abeka. So then you also have, of course, the teacher's key for the letters and sounds. Comes with an art project book to go with the seasons even and the different holidays. So yeah, and so you know then how to, oh wait, what's this? Oh, it comes with the cursive formation cards to put like up displayed somewhere in your room or whatever you're doing it. So these will be returned. And I think actually I already have the print ones from Bella when we had it for Bella, so I won't need to order those. But, okay, so then it comes with these two, like, guides on how to use the program. And it tells you, it has lesson plans in here. And it teaches you in the beginning kind of how the lesson plans are going to look. They're very heavy. They look like there's lots in there, but it's actually just them teaching you what the lesson plans are going to look like in the future, so they don't have to write as much in the future, different abbreviations and things like that. And it gives you what you need to do ahead of time, what your kid will be learning on the class or on the video, any homework that they have that you need to work with, and that type of stuff. So it's really comprehensive. It has their blend ladders in the back for them when you have to work on reading with them. Outside of teaching, and you need to do some like practice time with them for homework. So yeah, that's the program that we're going to be using this year for the twins. I'll let you know how it goes. I really don't know how our days are going to look. I don't even know exactly when I'm getting this other child, if it'll be right at the beginning of the school year or whatnot. So we're probably going to start working the twins on their kindergarten stuff kind of early here. So that they can get used to the DVD type format of schooling before, instead of just throwing them all in it with all this new stuff and all the chaos and everything. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll put links to in the description bar to how you can order this if you're interested in it. They do have a video on their website that tells you a little bit about their academy and things like that. But yeah, if you guys want to see updates, like regular updates on how we're doing and how the kids are liking it, let me know, and I can definitely work that into our schedule, our video schedule of uploading and things like that. Alright, well, I guess I'll talk to you next time.